Thank you for inviting me to talk about the EduRESCUE project. My name is Marja-Kristiina Lerkkanen and I'm from the Department of Teacher Education, the University of Jyväskylä, Finland. First, I want to congratulate you, Kata, for your 60th anniversary and thank you for inviting me to talk in this seminar, which I find very, very interesting. And I'm impressed about the network you are doing all around the world, not only in Finland, but internationally. We are currently working together with Kata in strategic research funded by Finnish Academy. The Strategic Research Council funds high-quality research with great societal relevance and impact. SRC-funded research seeks concrete solutions to grand challenges that require multidisciplinary approaches. Currently, it has launched a new program called Pandemics. It's about pandemics as a challenge for society, of course, because it's this COVID-19 crisis we have currently all around the world. This program focuses on the crises caused by pandemics and the wide-ranging social impacts both for individuals and for the whole society. Research in this program will create research-based solutions and multidisciplinary expertise to solve the societal challenges posed by pandemics, promoting the core tasks, operational security and citizen security of the welfare state. So how do we safeguard the Finnish society from corona pandemics and support post-crisis recovery? That's the main question. We have a consortium between 3 universities, and here you see the leaders of the consortium. I'm acting as a PI from the Jyväskylä University, and Kata is acting as a deputy PI from the Helsinki University. Then from the Turku University we have Professor Marja Vaura's group, and in the University of Jyväskylä we have also the Finnish Institute for Educational Research, which is participating to the consortium and led by Professor Juhani Rautopuro, and also our interaction PI is from that institution. Senior researcher Kaisa Leino. So EduRESCUE project is for the years 2021 to 2024, and we have just started at October. The consortium will co-create a roadmap and provide research-based solutions with stakeholders and international partners to strengthen the ability and capacity of Finnish society, particularly educational staff, means teachers and principals, and students and their parents, to recover from pandemic and be prepared for any future crises, also after the corona crisis. What does resilience then mean? When thinking about how to recover from the pandemic, the resilience of individuals, communities, and societies has been emphasized. That is, ability to recover from difficult circumstances and crises. If we look to individuals, then the resilience means that they are able to adapt, have positive attitude for the future, and are acting proactively. Social resilience means that the ability of the society to handle changes, develop, and be able to adapt in the future. If we look at the system level, for example, the school system level, it has ability to self-organize, learn from the crises, and also adapt their actions. As baseline or the theoretical background in EduRESCUE project is your ecological system theory by Brenner. To recover from pandemic, we need resilience at different levels and collaboration between these levels. So we start the students and the teachers in the microsystem And in this consortium, we already have a lot of data concerning this level. We have also data from the community of learners, so from the classrooms, and how parents support the students' learning at home. Then we have some data how the training of teachers and principals and how the resources in the society are affecting to the other levels. What kind of changes the educational law and policy need to make because of the crisis and to prepare for the future to save the welfare society and how the society will work more flexible. Of course, we have learned during this pandemic that there is changes all the time, and we are not yet over of this crisis. We are still in the middle of that, but we are looking for the post-pandemic time. What does resilient schools then means? So the resilient schools are prepared to navigate crises and ensure equity and accessibility. So meaning that the students have equal access to education. Doesn't matter what is the situation in the society or the place they live. Resilient schools have accessible plans and confident principals, means that principals' well-being is supported and they will get the leadership training how to organize the actions in school when there is any kind of crisis. Resilient schools have equipped teachers also, that the teacher feel that their well-being is support and they have enough competencies to recover and also to act in crises, and in this case in distance learning. Resilient schools have empowered students. Their well-being is good, they have knowledge and skills, and their agency are taken care. So resilient schools can adapt quickly to changing situations while continuing to provide students high-quality learning experiences. So what kind of legal actions at the social level and flexible solutions at the school level best support recovering from pandemic, development of distance education, and reduce inequality in society? Here are the scientific objectives of EduRESCUE. The first one is, I think that one of the most important one, that we take care of the equity and inclusion in welfare state, looking to legal conditions and what kind of changes are needed to the legislation and students' equal access to education in a crisis by developing distance learning practices and blended solutions, which means that there are good combination of both using the distance learning possibilities and face-to-face learning possibilities. Second, to support the well-being of students, teachers, principals, and parents, because we know from our studies that these are affecting to each other, and their ability to recover and renew post-pandemic. The third one is focusing on to identify students' learning losses. There's a lot of talk about the learning loss, but not very much evidence yet. What does that actually mean in different subjects or in different skills? We are focusing particularly for the most vulnerable students which are risk in the dropout from the education, and how they can catch up to avoid dropout from education later from work life and society. We also foster teachers and principals' resilience and competence through training to support the handling of acute crises, and also in the teacher and principals' training to support their competencies they need to recover and handle the crisis situation. The fifth one is to co-create a rescue roadmap with stakeholders by developing new ways to approach challenges and promote implementation. We will work in 6 work packages. First one is about the management and coordinating the whole work. The second one is focusing on students. Third, to the teachers and legislation. Fourth, to the schools and leadership and also the resources and economics. The fifth, to students' learning loss, effect of school finances and distance learning. And the sixth about the interaction between work packages, the consortium, and with stakeholders. Beside of the work packages, we have also early career pool, included postdocs and doctoral students in the field. The aim of this program of the EduRESCUE will educate the young generation of researchers to integrate research into decision making, and it provides a platform for joint collaboration between researchers in these 3 universities. Postdoctoral and doctoral researchers will be actively involved in interaction with stakeholders by co-creating evidence-based tools and solutions for the future resilience of the education system. Postdoctoral program include also mobility between partner institutions. It means the visits from Jyväskylä to Helsinki, from Helsinki to Jyväskylä, and to Turku, and so forth. And from 2 weeks onwards, international visits with international partners. This work is coordinated by Sanni Pöys, Anu Kajamies, and Yuki Toyama from these institutions we are collaborating with. If we look at the work package 1, the management and coordination, I would focus on the advisory reports. The scientific advisory report is, I think, the business as usual in project, and also policymakers' advisory report is quite usual in these strategic funding programs. But what is new is that we have the children's advisory report and also adolescents' youth advisory report. In our scientific advisory report, we have experts around the Europe from psychology, from teacher education, from sociology, from medicine, from law, and from economics. A little bit closer look to the work packages. So the work package 2 was about the learning and well-being of students in home and school context. Before, which we have the data already to use. During, which we have also the data collected. And the post-pandemic, which we, of course, would like to see during this project time. We are looking at especially the silent voices of the children and adolescents and how they have felt this pandemic and how they have recovered, what kind of resilience we can face, what are the individual needs and experiences, and how the children's rights happen in action. Work package 3 about capacity building of teachers for tomorrow's resilient schools and legal requirements for adaptive and sustainable education. Focus on teacher training, teaching modalities in distance and hybrid education, and legal solutions in Finland, which are needed to adapt better in the future crises. Work package 4, it's focusing building resilient schools and leadership, including principals and their interaction with teachers, students, parents, and community. We have a lot of data about the well-being of teachers and principals, a very big follow-up settings. We are looking at the resilient school community, how that works, what kind of training the principals need, and what are the effects of the school closed, especially in upper secondary school. The 5th work package about students learning before, during, and post-pandemics and the effects of school finances, spending and distance learning. This work package is focusing on the learning loss and well-being loss, and what kind of IT tools and solutions we can do for learning to win the learning loss, and what are the effect of resources and finances to learning and well-being schools. In work package 6, the interaction between work packages, consortium, and between the stakeholders and us is the focus is building resilient school and education system together with the stakeholders. We have interaction in the parliament level and between the communities, the universities are, and for example, the Finnish National Agency for Education, Ministry of Education, Teacher Education Forum, Trade Union of Education and Association of Principals, Finnish Parents League, and also different kind of organization like a Psychological Association, School Day Helsinki, Union of Upper Secondary School Students in Finland, Niilomäki Institute, Central Union of Children Welfare, Finnish Association of Deaf, and so forth. Our international partners are very well known in the field, and some of them are acting in our advisory report, scientific advisory report. And as you can see from the collaborators, we have expertise and scientific expertise from different fields, not only from education and psychology, but also from law, economics, ICT, and things which are supporting these areas. We are looking to build EduRESCUE roadmap, and here is the schedule of building resilient education system with stakeholders. So we have started already, and actually this morning we have started the work with the organizations who help us to find the silent voices in the society. And as you see, there is a lot of different research going on during the project. But what is very important in these kind of programs is that interaction between the stakeholders and the research to find the research-based solutions. Thank you for your attention, and once again, congratulations to you, Kata. It's my privilege to work with you. Thank you.